welcome to VicteliB TV, where we're going to share with you the business around fitness. We're very excited today to have a special guest joining us today. Her name is Sammy Bizzoli, and she is an expert in kids fitness. Sammy, a little bit about Sammy. She has her undergraduate degree in physical education. She has her graduate degree in education. She taught in the educational world for over 10 years, teaching fitness and wellness to middle school kids. And then she left the world of teaching to train up her two children. And 3 years ago, she decided to bring her skill set of teaching kids fitness and wellness into the fitness industry. And we were blessed enough to partner with her. And she became our program director for VicteliB's Kids Camp Challenge. Welcome, Sammy, and thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Very excited. So we thought we would bring in our expert. She can share her knowledge with us and share what she believes is the landscape of fitness and wellness for kids. So we're going to jump in. So Sammy, I'm going to ask you a question, and I just want you to just share with me all of your wisdom so we can share it with our audience, right?
Okay.
So our first question for you is, do you feel that the fitness industry is taking the front lines in fighting child obesity?
Yes, I do. And I would have to say, because of what VicteliB is doing, one reason, creating programs for kids, specifically made for kids, and using those in the community-based or in the fitness-based, if it's in a gym or a rec center, or if it's just in a local park. And we're all about getting kids moving and educating them on the importance of what they should eat, how much they should exercise, 60 minutes a day, strength training versus resistance training, flexibility, and just relaxing. We talk about those things too as well, and just, how to incorporate all those things into keeping them healthy and well in their daily lives.
So I love it. So Sammy, so you do feel like the fitness industry, that we are coming together and creating programs that are going to move our kids into health. And I want to share something you had shared, or state something you had shared with me before. You had mentioned that you were really passionate about creating fitness and wellness classes for the child who maybe isn't an athlete. Can you share a little bit about that with me?
Yes, and I that truly is one of my big passions, because coming from the education world where we taught PE and our curriculum was a lot of sports-based activities. And, we would incorporate the fitness activities, but there seems to be those kids there's a lot of kids out there that just don't want to play sports, but they want to stay active and they want to learn how to take care of their bodies. And even if they don't know that yet, when they get into a fitness class and see how fun it is, and they get to learn about their muscles and how to work their hearts and the importance of all this, that it's something that they could take with them through high school, through college, through their whole life. And it's so important. So I do think that we, as a fitness industry, we need to move more into that, gearing those kids, getting those kids that aren't involved in sports so much. Not that the ones that are, they want to come too, because it's a lot of fun.
Right.
So they still want to exercise, and we might get those kids on off seasons so that they can cross train, which is amazing. And but mainly, get those kids that don't move much or don't want to be in something that's real competitive.
I love that response, Amy, because I have 3 children, and 2 of my children played in athletics. They were athletes, and one of them isn't. And he will say, I don't like sports. I don't want to play and, be a part of any team.
Right.
But once we were able to share with him that you could go take a run and just do some sit-ups and some push-ups, he was very excited. And he's now made fitness part of his curriculum, or part of his lifestyle, but he's not into sports. So I love what you say, and I love that you have that passion to touch every kid, and it sounds like that's what you do. You'll work with the athletes, but you want to impart on every child that you can just move and be healthy and well.
Yes.
And take that through the rest of your life.
Yes, and that's the key. They just need to know that there are options out there for them, and to stay healthy and well, and to educate them on the food that they eat, the things that they put in their bodies. And, because everything's so prepackaged, we do go so much into nutrition too. And I think that is key, not only just for the athletes, but for the kids that aren't active, because, what they're eating is going to play a part on how they feel, how they sleep, all that stuff. So,
yeah. Oh, I love it. Love it. So I have another question for you, Sammy. Sure. Do you feel that the educational world, the school districts and that whole industry, do you feel like they are taking on and fighting obesity on the front lines?
I think they are, and they want to, but I think that they have some things that play in like funding. You know, if their PE curriculum gets cut, you know, the music department gets cut, the PE department gets cut, the art department gets cut. And when those things get cut, then they have a lesser chance of fighting that obesity epidemic. So I do think that the passion is out there with those teachers. I know that those PE teachers want that, and they want that a lot. But when you have the state not funding their school, or they're not getting the time that they need the kids. I mean, not every child goes to PE every day. Mm-hmm. They may only have PE twice a week. They may only have it once a week. So, you know, I don't want to say that they don't want to fight it. They do want to fight it. But a lot of them have the stipulations of, you know, money. Mm-hmm. It is. And funding and things like that.
Wow. So what I just heard you say is that the educational industry does want to fight it. However, sometimes they're restricted.
Yes.
So based on that information, it would seem to me, tell me if you think this is correct, that the fitness and wellness industry really could be that bridge. So if you have a school district that say their PE's cut, mm-hmm. that a fitness professional could maybe partner with the school and offer a fitness and wellness program, and maybe it can be funded by the parents as opposed to the school. Do you see that being a fit?
Oh yeah, I think that's a fabulous fit. And I think that, you know, I don't know how, if it would be from the teachers or if it would be from, you know, the community coming together, if it would be something that you would bring in through the health department, because some districts have separate funding for PE and health. So could you bring it into the health side of things? And I think that would work tremendously in a lot of schools. For one, they could do it as an after-school program. Mm-hmm. They could put it into their PE curriculum, which would work. It could do in 6 weeks, 8 weeks of, you know, if they have to rotate PE and health. So if they go to PE and then they have to get pulled out for 2 weeks, then they could use that as their fitness time. Mm-hmm. Or if they could incorporate it into the PE curriculum, it would be great as well. And then I wanted to also touch on that, like, if you have teachers that aren't PE teachers, mm-hmm. that are other teachers out there, that are math teachers, science teachers, shop teachers, whatever teachers they are, but they are in the fitness and wellness industry, you know, those are teachers that can also step forward to help these programs succeed. And, you know, it doesn't always have to be the PE teacher, because sometimes the PE teachers are coaches and they mm-hmm. have other things that they are committed to. So there are other teachers out there that are willing to help, and you can maybe even find a parent. And if they're certified and have the credentials, they could bring that into their school and just get the kids moving more.
Wow, Sammy, those are such great ideas. And what I just got really excited about, because I don't know the educational industry, and what I just realized is that you're saying that it doesn't just have to be the PE teachers, that there are other teachers in that community that might have certifications in fitness and wellness. Mm-hmm. They could lead a program. A parent that maybe teaches group exercise part-time and has their credentials could come in and teach. So really, we can all take the front line and fight obesity. It doesn't just have to be the fitness industry. It doesn't just have to be the educational industry. But if we all come together and make this a priority, we can find success.
I totally agree with that. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's exciting. Do you foresee any obstacles in the fitness and wellness industry or the educational industry moving forward to fight child obesity?
Well, I think funding is one, and I think too, not all schools, because, you know, I feel like here in Missouri, our schools have been very receptive to us mm-hmm. in the fitness industry, so that's great. But I think in maybe some districts or states, they have to merge. They have to work together. So, I mean, fitness and wellness and the education system all should come together and realize that this is a huge epidemic and they need to work together to fight that. Funding in the schools, maybe the resources as far as like they don't have facilities. So if they have a school that doesn't have the space to accommodate a fitness place, or maybe you could open it up into the community, those are another ways to beat that obstacle. So finding other locations to still be able to exercise and move kids, whether it's an open field or if you have a church that is willing to give their space and, you know, their open areas if the school doesn't have that. It's something that's not an obstacle but also a strategy is the Play 360 program that has been, you know, pushed forward through the Obama system. Also the revamping the foods in the cafeterias through the Obama. Way of the Nation, that is, I think, brought a lot of people aware of what's going on in the schools and how the food versus the not moving as much and all that plays a part. So I think all of those things are strategies that are going to help fight the epidemic. I love that The Biggest Loser put on the kids. I think that's something too that's just going to make people more aware. It just realize that truly it's not just moving the child, it's moving the whole family. It's getting everybody involved. It's not just the kids that are overweight, it's the families moving, the teachers moving, the schools moving, the nurses, the doctors, everybody getting involved and working together on this whole movement.
Well, two things that you said that I love, Sammy. First of all, I asked if you had obstacles. You gave me one, and then you gave me 7 solutions, which, how awesome is that? You can tell you have a passion for what you do. And secondly, you said something that was that really resonated with me, and that was the parents have to move, the teachers have to move, we all have to move. So while this might be, quote, a child obesity epidemic, it's really the whole world. We all need to be fit. We all need to be well. And if we all come in and do this together, we'll find success.
I totally agree.
Awesome. And thank you for tuning in today. Hey, if you need additional information on kids fitness, go to VicteliB.com. Check it out there. Also, leave us a comment if you have any questions or if you have great stories to share with us around kids fitness. And lastly, hit subscribe and we'll come to you every week. Once again, thank you for tuning in to VicteliB TV, where we're going to share with you the business around fitness. Now, Sammy, every time we end, we always say a hoo-ah. Will you do that with me?
I will.
Okay, I'm going to count us down. All right,
okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hoo-ah! We're awesome. High five. And thank you for tuning in to VicteliB. Where we're going to share with you the fitness around business.
Business around fitness.
I need to say, redo the whole thing.